Hello my loves, and welcome back to another channeled message. As always, please use your discernment. This is a collective reading, okay? So only take this if it resonates. So that being said, let's get into the message today, guys. So I'm feeling really called to bring up a couple of things that have been coming through, okay? And you know, with these messages that come through, I'm always sensing that some of these are part of this thread of information. And so you will know if this resonates because this will just, something will click within you. You will just feel it, okay? So please don't try and force something that doesn't feel like it's meant for you, okay? So with this information that I have been tapping into, I am sensing into someone's energy, someone who has been feeling guarded. Guarded is the word that comes to mind. Now, I am feeling that whoever you are, this was not something you would have chose for yourself, is what comes through, okay? I think this is circumstantial. I think there were many situations and experiences that you had to navigate through, and quite frankly, I think you till this day are shocked is what comes to mind, that you even survived some of these earthly experiences that you have had to endure in this life thus far. And so you are very much more discerning about where you put your energy, where your attention goes, what you feed your energy, okay? Because of the lessons you have learned along your journey, you have learned that not everyone is able to, receive you in the way that would make you feel safe, if that makes sense to someone. It's like, yeah, this was definitely a necessity for survival. So I feel like whoever you are, every time you stepped into your creative endeavors or creative project, there was some sort of influence externally to you, or there was something around you that was consistently attempting to pull you off this creative path. Does that make sense? And pull you back down into worry, into doubt, into sort of like, this would manifest as creative blocks, noise, right? A lot of noise. You had to experience a lot of noise. And I think because you were sort of in this very intense environment. Now remember, this doesn't even have to just be a physical environment. This could be internal, right? This could have been very noisy thought patterns, belief systems, okay? But whatever, it could have been both. But wherever you were, it was incredibly noisy, distorted in a way that it just fragmented. Like, there was no clarity, okay? It was, you felt incredibly weighed down on. It was almost like you felt like you were under attack. You know, it was just, there was no let up. It felt like wave after wave of attack, and you learn to go within, okay? So whoever I'm speaking to, you will resonate with someone who went into hermit mode for a very long time, because there was a point in time where enough was enough. You had to go within in order to, I'm hearing like, rescue yourself. But I don't see it as, hang on one sec, it's almost like you were pushed so far past the point of no return, if that makes sense. It was like you literally had to pull yourself out of a situation or situations bring yourself back into a place where you could feel safe, whether that was emotional safety, physical safety for some people. Okay, take it as it resonates, but the point is, you weren't able to tap into your full potential and creativity and self-expression, soul expression, when you were in these places, because they were, wherever you were, it was like whenever you tried to focus on something, it wasn't long until something else was trying to pull for your attention or keep you yeah, it was like, it's the old paradigm, right? The old paradigm of control, structure, systems that were designed to keep us small, to keep us playing small, to keep us tapped into a fear consciousness, to keep us almost frozen at this, in this point of time, feeling that we are stuck. It's this stagnant energy, this stuck place that a lot of people reside within, when until they realize that they are not a victim. And this is what has shifted within you, but it took you to go into hermit mode to be able to enter a space, a neutral space, where you almost had, I'm hearing you were alleviated. You were alleviated from this barrage and waves of attacks and just information overload. Like I'm feeling like whoever you were bombarded with so much, whether it was projections from other people, it could have been psychic attacks, it could have been people that were incredibly emotionally manipulative, it could have come in the form of various different things, right? It's gonna resonate, it's gonna show up differently for different people, okay, as part of this collective, if you resonate with this message. And so what happened is you it was almost like your higher self knew that you needed to retreat. And so I think you were really pushed into some dark places, okay, and it was like you had no other option but to go within, to this sanctuary, to this place where you could feel at peace. You protected your peace, and this is where you started to regain a level of awareness that was almost kept from you, or you was just out of reach prior to this. It was almost like the noise was so loud that you couldn't hear your own inner compass. Like you couldn't, it felt like things were just out of reach for you. But here in this place, this is when you were able to recalibrate, to reset, to rest. And it was in this place of rest and renewal that you were reborn, okay? And there is something so significant about this process that you had to go through, okay? There was some sort of breakthrough, insight that you attained, that was delivered to you, maybe. But it was almost like whoever you are, you went through many challenging situations, many incredibly taxing, yeah, very depleting to your energy, okay? That's what I'll say. And you moved into this place of hermit mode, but this is where something huge shifted within you, okay, on an energetic level, foundational level, okay? This is an energetic foundational level, a restructuring, a reorganization within yourself, within your field. Yeah, it's like when you were able to take your energy away from the people, places, and things that were trying or attempting to distort your energy. Because remember, guys, how do I say this? We always have dominion over ourselves, okay? Nothing external from us ever has power over us unless we let them, okay? So we always have free will. We always have the opportunity to reclaim our energetic sovereignty. We hold that power over our lives. Do you understand? So No one else, nothing else has that authority to govern our reality unless we freely give up this by playing into the victim mentality, by feeling like we have no responsibility, by feeling that we have no influence over our lives. And this is the biggest trap and illusion most people, I should be careful with my words, not most people, but a lot of people that are existing in the old paradigm, they are operating from this this lower frequency, this lower state of consciousness of fear, shame, guilt, these places that keep them sort of stuck into feeling like they can't get out. I think for a lot of us, we can resonate, because I know with this collective, with, you know, the archetypes that are coming through, a lot of us can resonate with this because we've lived it. You don't get to a certain point in your conscious awareness without having to alchemize a lot of pain and turn it into your power. And you don't get to a point of being able to sit with your stillness and presence without implicitly learning what it is to experience noise and overwhelm and burnout and feeling, you know, this is what's interesting about your path per se. It's like you went through so much, but it was through that pressure, through that barrage of non-stop immense pressure on yourself, that you were almost like, it was, I see it as like cracking a nut open. It's like there was so much pressure, you just burst, you cracked, but in the most beautiful way, okay? And this is what's so beautiful about this experience. Beautiful in regards to the way that you have so much awareness about yourself anymore, and about the world and the universe and the nature of reality. These are all, I see it as roselets. I don't know why that's come up, but droplets of wisdom, gems of wisdom that you have accumulated along your path and that have been given to you, gifted to you, shall I say. Okay, so where you are now is, you are not the same person you were. Of course you're not. You have shifted dramatically, okay, quantum leapt in your conscious awareness, but you're also someone that operates from a place of love and coherence, okay? You don't even feel the effects of what once used to cast its shadow over you, okay? You are, within your own right, a star. That's how you're coming up in my energy, is you are the star. You are the star. You are healing for others. You are shining your light upon others. You are someone who has gone through a huge spiritual awakening, if you like. There are different names for that, but that something in you has shifted. You are the master alchemist, the master manifester. You are able to manipulate reality to bend to your will, but in its highest form, okay? You are in alignment with your highest frequency and highest expression, and you operate from love, and this is the highest truth, right? Universal truth, love. And I am sensing that your mission now is to share this love, this wisdom, this light that you carry within you with others along their journey and their path. And so it was within this hermit mode, you might still be in hermit mode, that you have been regaining, how do I say this? It's almost like I said, you have been through this incredible alchemical journey, and you shed your skin. It's like you had to die in order to be reborn, okay? There was a death and a rebirth, like the phoenix rising. And so part of you feels like, it's almost like you are operating from your original blueprint, is what comes through. Your original energetic blueprint that you came into this world with before you were susceptible to all of the conditioning, all of the influences, okay, the stories, the narratives, the projections. I think whoever I'm experiencing, whoever I'm tapped into, I am sensing that you actually experienced firsthand what it is to feel betrayed. Like, I feel like you experienced a lot of betrayal. I feel like you experienced people turning their backs on you. I feel like you have experienced a whole host of different, incredibly challenging life lessons. Whoever I'm tapping into, like, this is no joke. You have been really like, I'm seeing it as like graduating from lessons from the earth school. Like, you could resonate with being an incredibly old soul, an ancient soul who is incredibly wise. And it's almost like you have had this soul contract to take on numerous lessons, even within this lifetime, to supercharge you and your energy. It's like, yeah, it's like your energetic foundations and blueprint is who you are now, but you had to go through many lessons along your journey, even within this lifetime, to bring you back to this core frequency. And yeah, I am sensing there's something about you that is needed right now. The way that there's something unique about your energy, your voice, the way that you express yourself, the way that you can tell a story. You're magnetic. You are so magnetic right now, more magnetic than you have ever been in your entire life. And the thing is, right, when you decided to go within and to let go of everything that did not resonate with you anymore, anything that was not in alignment with your highest calling and your highest self, something shifted. And yeah, you've been in this, how do I say, like this incubator where you are being prepared on every level, okay, to take a stand. But again, it's like you're still trying to catch up with, I feel like whoever you are, take this only if it resonates. You have been so, not disconnected, but like, dissociation maybe, but it's almost like you have been really existing in the spiritual realms. It's like you have been attached to your earthly body, but it's like you have been, gosh, how do I explain this? It's really hard to articulate. It's like you feel removed, or you're still here but you're not, like you're here and there. Like, I feel like your consciousness, it's your single point of consciousness where your awareness is here, but it's also being you're also existing up in the spiritual realms and you're aware of it. It's like you feel here but not here. This is going to make sense for someone. It's like you're living in a dream. It's like you are walking in this dream-like lucid world, which is life, but it feels more like a dream to you because you have been accessing your higher dimensional selves, your multi-dimensional self. You've been really tapped in, okay? We all are multi-dimensional, okay? We all are, but some of us can access it and not more than others, or we're more aware of it. Yeah. And so this is what shifted for you. I think whoever you are, when you went within and into hermit mode, this is when you reconnected with your connection to spirit. And I think that what's interesting is this was not something that you ever anticipated happening in your life, of course, but it almost feels destined in a way that you were always meant to wake up, because in this awakening, it's like you have experienced all of this remembrance about who you truly are on a soul level. And yeah, it's really interesting. So you are being called now. I feel like there's parts of you like to, how do I say this? It's like to get more grounded, in your body. Whoever you are, I feel like you've been on some sort of spiritual pilgrimage is the only thing that comes to mind. And it's like, right, let's get back down to the earthly body and get back down to the earth physical plane and ground ourselves here, because this is where a lot of the work is. Okay, of course there's a lot of work in the other realms, but this is where we are needed to be that catalyst for others who are existing within this realm. This is quite an out there message for someone, but I know some people are gonna click with this, okay? And so yeah, you're being guided to reemerge, to ground, okay, and to recognize that you are, yeah, you're completely reset. So what once used to have influence over you, where you whoever you are, what I will say is people are probably already recognizing the difference. It's like you have shifted into a different reality, okay? So not only have you changed, but you're how do I say this, people have changed in your life. It's like reality is mirroring back to you everything that has shifted. So you will notice people popping up or disappearing, or people changing and shifting to mirror back to your core essence. And it can go both ways. People can get extremely polarized, so you will trigger people to either face their shadow, and some people will take this in a more positive way, and other people will take it more, I don't really like using the terminology positive or negative, but for us to have that sort of reference point along the spectrum and polarities, it's like they either go one way or the other way. And so yeah, you're here to shake things up a little bit. This is your purpose. I'm really feeling into one of your many abilities in this lifetime is you are going to shake things up in your world. And this is needed because I feel like whoever you are, you know that big things are here. It's not even, I feel like we say they're coming, they're on the horizon, they're around the corner. No, they're here. It's now. It's right here, right now. Okay, so there is no more waiting. We have already entered this new age. And so, yeah, this is it, guys. Like, this is it. So I'm going to just sense into if there's any guidance, because I really feel like this was the message. Let me just see if anything wants to come up. I keep on sensing into, you know, that it's not your job to fix people. You know, the image of cracks come up. It's like, you know, when you try and mend like china that's chipped, or like, you know, you smash something, gets broken and it's made out of porcelain or china or something like that, and you have to try and fix it with something but you know it has the cracks in it. It's like I am sensing that you are someone that always tried to fix things, to heal things. That is inherently a part of who you once were, and maybe you relate or resonate with taking on this archetype of someone that was always the healer or the fixer or the doer, or even playing a role of the martyr sometimes. I feel like where you are now energetically is you're not here to fix anyone, because that would assume the assumption that people are broken. People are not broken. They are not remembering their true essence. And so you are here to reflect back to them, to literally be the mirror to people and others that of their divine essence, okay? Because when this is like the old paradigm to people believing that they're broken, like there's something wrong with them. No, there's not. It's just it's about deconditioning the mind and the body, to decondition, to come back to source, to come back to 0 point, to essentially work through all of the conditioning, all of the programming, and to essentially decondition. Yeah, it's like your job here is to help people remove all of the false narratives, the heavy conditioning, so they can access their truth, right? Because we all have our own individual truths on some level, all right? And so you're not here to fix anyone. You're here to shine your light and to really be standing in your inner authority, your power, your truth, shining your light. You're like the star, remember that. So you're not trying to fix anyone. You're here to show others what's possible for their life. Okay, and so you just being you and standing true in your essence and in your truth is enough to trigger a huge awakening within other people. So you don't even have to try, but what you are being guided to do is to remain in this newfound level of awareness, okay? Because as you are exiting the hermit mode, for some people, it's like finding that balance and that resilience and that strength when you come back into places where there are going to be different energies that exist, okay? Of course, you will always only experience realities that are a resonant match to you, but remember, we are multi-dimensional, multifaceted beings, and so you are someone that has integrated a lot of your shadow. You have done a lot of shadow integration, and so you can hold both your dark aspects with your light aspects, and there is no you don't put one above the other. Does that make sense? I think I'm gonna have to go because I can hear my son, so that is my cue to go, guys. But I really hope this is making sense and this is illuminating something for someone, or it's just serving as a confirmation, okay? But this is the message that wanted to come through. So I'm so proud of you and well done. You're doing amazing. I'm very honored to be able to be tapping into your energy. So thank you for allowing me to do that. This is a safe space, okay? As always, I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.